Well, I think one of the reasons that weight management in general practice is so challenging is that it's such a complex area because there are so many little drivers that influence somebody's weight, and therefore a lot of drivers that influence their lifestyle changes. And I guess that one-on-one model of providing care in a one-on-one consultation has its benefits, but it has limitations too.
Yeah, I agree. And sometimes that makes it really hard to know how to start and approach someone's management when you've got, a short amount of time in one consultation. And it's such a complex problem that's got so many different factors. It's like, where do I go with this?
Yeah. Right? I think in general practice, very often you're under time pressures, and often a consultation will need to be under 15 minutes in order to keep your appointment book flowing.
Yeah.
And very often when it comes to weight management, that just doesn't do it justice. And so the beauty of having a program shared medical appointment is that you have more time.
Yeah.
And it's with a group of people. So effectively you're getting a lot more time to sort of create that opportunity for change that in a very short consultation time is often completely overwhelming and unachievable.
Yeah, totally. I hate that feeling when you've got whatever particular problem a patient's come in with and you're addressing that problem, and that might take most of the consultation, and in the back of your mind there's so many other things that are in their health interests that you wish you had more time to look at and to discuss. And I find that with the shared medical appointments, one of the great things about that is each patient, although their consultation is not the whole hour, but they have a whole hour in the group or an hour and a half. And so they're hearing discussion and talk about managing whatever problem is being addressed. And so there's that longer span of time that you can actually have patients exposed to health information. And it's great. It takes a lot more of the pressure off that I often feel in managing lifestyle diseases in general practice.
Yeah. One of the ironies that I see is that so many people are struggling with their weight and yet they often feel so alone.
Yeah.
And I think the power of the group is that you actually get to understand, look, a lot of people share a similar experience to my own, and there's that collective sense of actually we can do something to make a change here. And it sort of empowers people in a way to make changes. They don't feel as isolated and they get inspired by other people's healthy changes. I think one of the things about a group is that when they come back to the next session, they often hear a story from someone else about a little intervention they've made.
Yeah.
And they go, I could do that.
Yeah, or they even get competitive with one another. It's like, I want to lose more weight than that person next week. So obviously we as humans work very differently when we're in groups compared to when we're individuals. And I think that's a real benefit. I like what you said also about the support and the group, because even as a GP and as a managing doctor, I think the shared medical appointments offer so much. I remember as a registrar and a training GP, I felt really overwhelmed at how on earth am I going to approach these big lifestyle-related conditions as an individual sitting with another individual in a room. So I think it's quite refreshing that these shared medical appointments are becoming more popular and becoming more established through a really, evidence-based and endorsed program, that it gives an option for GPs to be able to have another process to their tool of management skills.
And I guess what happens as a GP, you often get very comfortable with what you know, and what you know is often that whole model of one-on-one medicine.
Yeah.
But I think that if we're really going to get on top of a lot of these areas of medicine that involve lifestyle factors, that we're going to need to adjust the model, be far more agile. We're going to need the one-on-one interventions, but we're also going to need a group model to really affect change. And I guess that when shared medical appointments first came along, I was a little sceptical about how they would work in a general practice, because I went, well, how's this going to work with a facilitator, and how do we get all the patients to come along, and, what's the buy-in from their end of things? And I guess that I've been completely converted, because I really get now this sense of, well, a lot of the things that we achieve in a community sense of making healthy changes really come from that collaborative power of the group. And that sharing stories is a powerful tool. It's a powerful intervention. And that can really only come from a collection of peers. It's no good the doctor always sharing anecdotes or sharing stories, that often doesn't resonate as much as if they hear it from someone else who's going through the same journey.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I think that power of experience is so enormous, and even as a GP, feeling very overwhelmed at times at the magnitude of the problems that face our patients and face our society at large, I think we do need to be a little bit more open-minded in terms of what skills and what tools we need to relearn or we need to develop in different ways to be able to tackle that. I think we're facing a deluge of non-communicable diseases in an increasing ageing population, and I think our health system is going to struggle in the future to find ways to combat that effectively. Our current model of medicine is wonderful for so many things, but I'm not convinced that it's completely the best way to approach these lifestyle-related diseases. And I think that the shared medical appointments, and in this structure of the program, shared medical appointments really offer a valuable opportunity to try something new. And the results so far seem great. I've seen many people take it on with great enthusiasm, and they really enjoy coming to their appointments, their shared medical appointments. There's a lot of satisfaction with both patients and participants, as well as GPs and facilitators.
Yeah.